Bray Wyatt, released for some reason, WWE. Way to go. Eva Lynn, we have her. I picked her up off, oh crap. Oh yes!
We've got that.
Oh God, it's just disgusting. Every time I look, just put, I can't.
Someone bought one.
There's one thing in this store that I would never buy from you. Yo, what's going on, people? Century Mad Collector here. The toy hunting machine is matching today, and that was kind of by accident. I just like threw on my hat and my shirt, and I'm like, oh, this matches. I'm such a wrestling mark. I'm a Cody mark. I'm an AEW mark. And I'm also back with another hunt video. It's actually a hunt video, and the moment you've all been waiting for, this terrible glare, as well as, I'm trying to avoid the glare, as well as the Toy Wiz Toy Store tour. Now, I've been talking to a couple of my buddies about this over the course of the past week or so. My buddy Man Cave, for whatever, I have odd dyslexia, and I kept saying tour store instead of store tour. We're not storing the tour, we're touring the store. So that's what we're gonna do. Today, we're going to tour the Toy Wiz Toy Store. I'm super excited for that. However, at the moment, it's a little early. As you can see, the sun is coming up. It's around my neck into my chin right now. My very cleanly groomed and shampooed, it's not shampooed, but heavy lathered with soap beard, nice and clean, ready to go. We are sitting outside of Walmart here in Airmont in Suffern, which is pretty much down the road from Toy Wiz. It's a bit early. It's a little after 8 o'clock a.m. I am meeting up with John in about an hour or so. We're going to run through the store and show you guys everything that they've been doing, renovations, everything that they've been rearranging, rejiggering, some new stuff that's come in. The store looks great. I'm really excited to show you guys everything. I know that we've been there the last several times. If you guys haven't seen the vintage collection and hunting videos that I've posted, the Star Wars one, both of them, the Vintage Kenner, the Motu 2000X videos, those all were at Toy Wiz, but we haven't done a Toy Wiz Toy Store tour, so that's what we're going to do. But first, we're going to head into this Walmart here in Suffern. Shout out to my buddy, the Airmont Assassin, Andy, snapped a pic of some Heroes in a Half shells, so we're going to go check out the main toy aisle here, see what they got, and after that, I will see you guys over at Toy Wiz. But first up, Walmart. Oh yeah, look at this empty toy aisle. Nobody here but me, Mikey, Raph, and Leo. This is awesome. Looks like we got a couple of Raphs. That's excellent. Excellent. So we're gonna pick up Raph for sure on our way out. But before we head out of here, this is new, Mission Fleet. That's cool. The Blurg and Mando, and a Remnant Trooper. Got some Paw Patrol. We continue to have no Black Series whatsoever. We've got Bianca Belair for some reason over here. And no DC, waiting on that King Shark gold label. That's what I need. Let me know in the comments if you guys are planning to scoop that guy up. We still have a whole ton of Villains Wave Dooms, AIM Scientist, Hood, and if we flip into the Wrestling Motu section, got Karrion Kross, again, Bray Wyatt, released for some reason, WWE. Way to go. Stupid. Oh, nice. Eva Lynn, we have her. Picked her up off. Oh, crap. Oh, yes. Yes. I need that faker, dude. Oh, man, we got that. And we also have some deluxe He-Mans. We've got Fisto. Some other deluxe He-Mans. Why is this here? Yes, man. This is awesome. And I also needed a better Painaps Merman, so I'm going to take him because that does look better. And I'm definitely, yes, NES taking Faker. Awesome. And we've seen the rest. Okay. Oh, that is a nice pickup right there. And what else we got? Menard stuff. This is where I found the Leo Rocksteady 2-pack, and I think that's it. So we'll check NECA in a sec, but we're definitely picking up these two guys and Raph around the corner. All right, guys, we are back here in Toy Wiz, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm pretty sure it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hopefully.
It's the moment that lots of people have been asking for, and we are
exciting, and I appreciate that.
Finally here doing it. Yes, here with my buddy John. How are you, man?
Good. Yourself?
I'm excellent, and this place looks really, and I'm not just saying this because we're about to crawl through it, but it looks better than ever.
Thank you. Yeah, well, one of the things is I'm always shifting things, changing things around, trying to find
Yes, you are.
the perfect look, you know?
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Hopefully my arms will be able to hold up this phone this entire time.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this video, I apologize if I'm shaking like a leaf. Most likely that will be the case. But so with that said, why don't we just jump right into this here? I really like this video game display you've got going on.
Thank you. We just started dabbling in it. We bought a couple collections, and we figured we'd try it out. We're learning. You know,
Classic NES games. Oh man, California games.
This is more
Blades of Steel. Jeez Louise.
The guy
Mario Brothers.
who I have running this section, Samir, a very nice guy. He's a very young kid. He is 20, so
Does not know anything about any of this.
this is all before he was born.
Oh man, this is all so classic, and we definitely have to go check out that arcade
Yes.
at some point.
I'll have
But
to have Clifford turn that on.
we've got all of these NES games. Super Mario.
Yeah,
2
it's
and
an
3.
interesting market. It's definitely one that ebbs and flows. And
MK2,
one of the funny things is, you know, when we think of vintage gaming, we think of the NES, the Atari, the Super Nintendo. But a lot of the guys who are buying this think of the original Xbox, PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the system they grew up on.
Yeah, and this is my favorite game of all time.
It's a good one.
And if anyone doesn't know where Century or Centre comes from, you're looking at right here, the Ultima Saga.
Classic computer games.
That Britannia map. It's amazing.
Yes.
And swing over into this cabinet. Oh, you want to tell the folks what you're doing up here?
Oh, so this is just what I do to pass the time when I'm watching a TV show or something. I make these little NES bead sprites out of like
Awesome.
perler beads. I don't know. Keeps
Set
me
up.
sane.
PS2 and an Xbox in there.
Look at how small that PS2 is.
I know.
It's tiny.
I still have mine somewhere.
I have
buried.
my full-size one, which is gigantic.
I have
in comparison to that.
my old PS1, which we used to put like liters of Nestea on top of it, so the stupid disc would stay.
Yep.
And then I would send it back to. I remember sending it back to Sony. It took like 8 months to get it back, and I still wound up having to use the Nestea bottle anyway.
Yeah, you know.
Those were the days, though.
That's how we got through our problems. We were problem solvers.
Yeah, exactly. Doing it for a living now. And now, this we're looking at the Sideshow Maquette quarter scale Thanos on Throne.
Which is
A sick piece.
awesome.
Nice to have greeting you here.
One of my favorite pieces they've done, actually.
Yeah, definitely. And in recent years, no question. And now we're moving over into some cards.
So this is a
Rage,
mix of
holy crap.
nice vintage card games. Rage is my favorite card game of all time. Famously, I've tried to buy the rights to this game on 3 different occasions.
Or I remember when it came out.
I have.
People are like, "What is this?" But we bought it anyway.
Fun fact: I have the largest collection of Rage in the world
I don't doubt that.
because it's my favorite game. I have no one to play with, but it's a great game.
Do you actually like Rage?
Yeah, it's my favorate game.
I
I literally have the largest collection in the world. That's not an exaggeration.
Bought the cards, never played it.
Yeah. Well, if you ever
Too
want
busy
to
playing
learn,
Magic.
I have decks here.
Wow. Okay. You learn something new every day. Star Wars
The
cards.
Decipher games.
Man.
Blah. And then behind that, the Star Trek
Masterpieces and medals.
Decipher game. And then on top, these are a bit more contemporary of Weiss Schwartz,
Stuff I know.
Final Fantasy, which are Japanese
Never got into that.
focused
Card-wise.
card games.
Yeah.
They have a die-hard audience.
Yeah.
I think we would be so confused trying to play it, we wouldn't understand what's going on. Sports, a big part of this business is diversification and what you sell.
Yeah.
And sports is an important part of the business.
It sure is. Signed Steve Young, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Ben Roethlisberger. Got all of them up there. Very, very cool.
A lot of this stuff we've bought, and a lot of it's on commission. You know, we do a lot of commission with sports in particular. And that allows people to, you know, get a pretty wide audience. We get a lot of people in here, and eBay's a nightmare to deal with.
Yes.
And shipping's a nightmare to deal with.
Yes.
So if you can avoid those two things, and as you know, every time you put something on commission here, you immediately sell it online. So
that's just how it goes. Some more cards here. Huge selection.
We try. Sports cards is arguably the most difficult thing to get right now.
Yeah.
And has been for quite some time because everything just blows up in value immediately out the gate. To the point where there was basically a revolt, and for the first time ever, Topps lost the MLB license to a company called Fanatic.
That's sad.
It's tremendous. I mean, it's such a huge shift. It was
Topps was Topps back in the day.
Like
I have that David
DC.
Robinson card. Oh my god. Some of this stuff just really brings me back from card collecting in the 90s, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, this is Clifford's forte. I don't know if Clifford's ever been on camera, but
No,
Clifford manages my store. He knows more about sports than I'll ever know about sports. I know a fair bit about baseball, but he knows F1, soccer, and
He follows soccer too?
everything.
Oh.
So like he knows the
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Bundesliga. I may be butchering that, but he says it all the time, and I find the word extremely amusing. So Bundesliga.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I don't think there's a sport he doesn't know.
Huh.
Even some
Something else to
esports
talk to
he's
him
on.
about. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
definitely.
Well, now we're just here now.
We
We
are.
just look at this. By design, these honestly,
I love these.
even though you have the contemporary font on the bottom of the cards, these are amazing, and by far and away my favorite as a kid and right now. This just looks perfect to me. This Bebop looks, I love
So
it,
you
man.
Bebop man or Rocksteady man?
Bebop for
I'm
sure.
a Rocksteady guy. I always loved Rocksteady.
These look fantastic, and they look so good on card. It's like, but you know, at the same time,
You gotta open these.
you have to.
These are openers.
And so the difference, though, GameStop came out with
Yeah.
the 4-pack exclusive last year, whenever it was, a year and a half ago, 2 years, whatever. So you can open those. If you really want to keep these on card, you can, but why?
Yeah. So these were.
And then I have the
Diamond
retro
exclusive.
ones.
Yeah.
The Diamond came out with this, and then you also have the Playmates on the retro cards that don't have
That font.
that on it. So if you really, but like for someone like myself who collects the vintage and keeps them on card,
Yep.
these are all openers, but they look really, really nice as is.
They did a great job with them. Playmates is strange. So
Yep.
these were originally supposed to be much less expensive because there were going to be a lot more produced. But Playmates only allowed Diamond to make X amount.
Yeah.
So the price ballooned up. But Playmates is very peculiar with their license. So they only allow a certain amount of everything to be made every year to preserve the collectability. But they just make them every year, so it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I don't really understand what the deal is here because like I said, you had the ones exclusive to GameStop.
Yep.
Now you have these. Then you also have the retro carded ones. So just Turtles though.
Yeah.
So at least for now.
So yeah, this came in 2 6-packs. This was one,
Right.
and this was the other.
Yep.
And as well, because you have yours sitting right over there.
Yes, they are. That'll be part of the haul video, separate from this, later this week. But and then the Turtle Van.
Yep.
Also, that's a big must, and that stays in box. You're just an evil person.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the pizza thrower and the blimp. Those were my
pizza
jams.
shooter. The pizza shooter was how many pizza pies I lost under the
fridge?
kitchen fridge. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when my parents had to replace their fridge, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and so I went over to help them, take the old fridge out so the new fridge can come in.
Yeah.
And sure enough, there was a pizza under there.
Awesome.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
That's incredible. It's a time capsule.
I remember when that happened and how upset I was.
That's so crazy. You think about how I think about weird stuff, like the amount of things that have happened since that plastic pizza pie has been under that fridge.
Yes.
It's frightening, actually.
Well, it's we're starting to get a little old.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's also. I guess
As you and I often talk about with the new comic book movies and stuff, it's like they're not made for us anymore.
No,
we're
they're
not the
not.
target demographic.
Oh no, I mean I just feel like I just remember as a kid, like speaking to my parents or adults who are just like, nah,
Yeah.
that's not what it used to be.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And I'm getting to that. I am at that point.
Yeah. I'm certainly, I'm a little bit more open-minded because I deal with all this stuff every day.
Yeah, I'm not.
But no, I know that. But I'm certainly getting there
Yeah.
because all this Marvel stuff that's coming out, all these
I can't.
shows and movies,
I can't.
just don't care.
I don't. You know how I just
Yeah.
don't like any of it.
Yeah.
So, and that's just personal preference. But
all right, we're starting to sound like just old guys.
yeah. So anyway, but this is. I mean, this is fantastic. These look great, and I think it's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah, nice. You see it right come in. You know that we have part of it is, when you set up a store, is you have to think of the person who's never been in here before and they don't know what you sell. You want them to be able to pick out and see, oh, you sell, vintage looking stuff. Oh, you sell some kids stuff. I have candy over there. I got plush. I got, the hardcore nerd stuff in the comic book cubes. And so you want them to be able to pick around and look around and see, wow, you really do have a real depth of different merchandise.
Yeah.
And that's, a lot of people, because we just recently reopened. It's about a year and a month, basically.
Newly renovated in here. Yeah.
Since,
Big time.
and I came back and we renovated. And people are like, well, has it been hard with Amazon and all that? And the answer is no, not really. Amazon isn't my competitor because I'm not selling just stuff. I'm selling an experience. You come in, you get to talk with people about stuff who are knowledgeable.
A toy store?
It's a toy store and a hobby store where people have a passion and you meet other people and you become friends with people. And you don't get that online.
No, you don't.
If I just competed with selling stuff, no, I can't beat multi-billion, international
Zero
companies.
Overhead. Yeah, it's.
I'm a little store with 12 employees.
Yeah.
That's been in the same family for 35 years.
Yeah.
I deliver a different product.
Yeah, it is about the experience, no question at all.
I take a lot of feedback. People come in, they're like, "Whoa, why don't you have this? Do you do this? Do you do that?" And I try a little bit of everything.
Well, you definitely have a lot of everything, I would say. NECA Turtles, we've seen this plenty of times
Yes.
out and about on this channel for sure. Turtles in Time, very nice.
I'll be honest,
Some NECA.
never really sold on the graphic type paint on there.
I have the pixelated design for me is very hit or miss with it. I obviously like the line, but I've mentioned this on some of my haul videos where I've showcased these, and I'm not a huge fan of how like some of the pixelated design on the turtles look, but I do think on other characters I think they look pretty good. Like I do think that Foot Soldier looks good. I think that it was done well on Shredder. At the same time, I just kind of like, I personally think that it would just look good without it. Period.
Yeah, just do it in a little bit more
Different
vibrant colors.
and
Yep.
yeah, exactly. But then when you also have, the Turtles 2.0 NECA release for cartoons, basically in the same green wash as this,
Yeah.
and it's like if you're collecting that and then you have this, it's the same.
It is kind of.
Dare I say it's all a little bit too much? Yeah, I don't know.
It is kind of crazy how much Turtles merchandise is out right now. It is an awful lot.
It is a lot. Some good guys, Chucky.
And then
Very
we have
cool.
a much bigger
Karate Kid.
Chucky.
Yes, we do. But oh man, you have the new. I'm waiting for this from stupid Hasbro Pulse. I'm just gonna take that for a second and take a look.
Yeah.
Greedo. Oh man. This. Oh dude.
Guta de Solo.
My favorite crappy bounty hunter.
Well, I mean, you don't know. Before he met
Bad Day.
Han, he could have been great.
We just know what we know. I guess.
Could have been the best.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough with that shot of his, but.
So then, down here is kind of our museum village.
Yeah, you did such a good job, with this. Up top we've got all the hot toys I definitely couldn't care less about, but are cool nonetheless. War Machine Punisher, that's actually a very cool hot toy.
That is.
That's a cool hot toy. Got some
little bit of plastic
Spider-Man,
sticking out for some reason.
and we got some plastic sticking out over here. I know
Yeah, so this is mostly Banpresto, Tamashii Nation, some other stuff in the anime showcase, which is one of our best sellers in the entire building.
I believe that. Anime is huge. I've got a ton of anime friends that'll probably love this part of the store tour for sure. Oh, that rhymed.
That was very rhymey.
Yeah, well, you know.
Thanks, Dr. Seuss.
I've been doing this for a year. I'm a professional. Got some Star Wars Hot Toys.
As you can see, it's been a bit
Legends.
eaten, so I need to get some new stuff out here.
Yeah. Yeah, a little light in there.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's the thing. You always have to keep up with whatever you sell, and
You're selling stuff.
you're selling stuff for sure.
I'm going to swing over into this Marvel DC cabinet. That Surfer is nice.
That Surfer is really good.
I love this Doom.
That's my favorite. That is my Doom.
I love the, like, can we get that in quarter scale?
That's the thing is,
Why can't we get that in quarter scale? I don't understand that. I've always loved, shout out to my buddy Joe, I've always loved that legendary scale of Sideshow Apocalypse. That is so awesome. That's just such a cool...
Actually, I just sold his
cool piece.
Batman
it's sold.
Knight bust.
Oh, nice.
But yes, Bowen. Bowen remembered fondly.
You can't go...
Poorly handled company, but...
You can't go wrong with Bowen.
No.
They're timeless, as far as I'm concerned. Very nice.
That Batman is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That is awesome. We were talking the other day about the design of that, and that may be my favorite Batman design.
Yeah, and I couldn't really blame you. So here we've got some more Hot Toys upstairs. Top shelf, John Wick, Star Wars, Remnant Troopers, Mando, Obi-Wan.
And then a very mixed cabinet of random things.
Yeah, I love that Cthulhu, though.
Yes.
And that Vader is excellent, too. This is a whole mishmash of things for sure. Love that Warrior.
Yes.
Got some WWE Elites in here.
I feel like this should be a crossover. Mortal Kombat, WWE would make an awesome game.
It would be. That could have been a Capcom arcade classic. Got these fairly disappointing, in my opinion, Warhammer.
Flat.
Ooh, I didn't know you had that. Where'd he come from?
That's a good question.
Oh.
I bought it from someone.
Oh.
I bought a little Spawn collection.
Okay. I mean, I need the new one,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be bad to have
Talk
that.
about a renaissance for Spawn, right?
Oh, man. Good time to have that in the cabinet, so
Yeah.
I get that. I've got a sand person.
How very PC of you. That's a great statue. Though, very odd, it's not attached to that black base it's sitting on.
It's not attached, you said?
Nope. It's
What,
a complete separate piece, no pegs, nothing. Just
Really?
slides
Wait,
right off.
but that
It looks like it, but it is not.
looks like a peg under there.
It isn't.
Really?
It just slides
What is that?
right off. I don't know.
Muppets, that's awesome.
It's a very weird design.
That Muppet piece is probably the most underrated piece in here.
Yes, I love it.
Star Wars,
Another mishmash shelf.
mishmash shelf. Got some Motu in the house.
Yeah, a little Mo too.
Cleanly shaven Man-at-Arms.
Yep. And then our NECA,
Little monster shelf here.
which, of course, we are tremendous fans of.
Yes.
Oh no, my bottom shelf. Two guys, someone took out, a unicorn took out Freddy Krueger.
This is all really good stuff up here. This is a beautiful shelf right here.
Yeah, I wish I still had all the Kenner out. I brought that in the back. We're doing that a little different.
Well, we've got that whole video, so if anyone
Yep, that's true.
wants to watch that. And moving over into, I love this horror stuff up here. This blade, I really. So, why don't you
So that's
tell
actually,
everybody about this guy?
Yeah, that's Full Moon Studios, the company that made the movie, produced these figures. And they're really nice. They're limited. They come signed by, I think, the director. And they were really cool, but they could not keep up with production to save their life. And so everything got delayed by years and years. So they've
Pretty
come
awesome.
out so staggered, but they're great. If you're a fan of Puppet Master, you really can't beat that. And this is Trick or Treat Studios, who used to just do costumes.
Trick or Treat is great too.
And now they're branching into figures
Six
and
scale.
a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
They're a really cool company. Very small, much smaller than you would think they are.
Yeah,
but really nice.
Yeah.
And this was your favorite game when this came out, right?
Oh, I have it up on my wall.
Yeah, I know you love that Avengers game.
Love the Avengers game. Love that cap. Just love it all. MCU guy.
So this is the Joy Toy figures.
These are
4-inch.
Those are very cool.
They're real nice. Yeah, they're premium price for 1/18, 1/18 scale figure, but really cool.
They are cool.
And then we had Paul Bettany sign a bunch of stuff for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is all that's left. We sold all the rest.
I really that signed Legends is great.
Yeah, I just like that he did them all in the proper color for the vision that was in it.
Yeah. Very cool.
That Iceman is awesome.
Iceman is awesome. Probably the best Iceman I've seen.
Yes, quite some time.
Yeah, and then we've got, what do we have over here? We've got some Mezco.
This is another mishmash shelf. Figuarts, Mafex, 112. Some Joy Toy up top, the larger ones. You need a hand?
Yeah, I definitely need.
See, this is the advantage in doing this with someone else for a change.
Oh my God, for a change.
Again, you can't see it because they have him wrapped like he died.
Mummified?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah,
to find that 2-pack. I mean, the face sculpt on that is not that accurate.
It's not
but I like,
terrible.
But I do like the demon portrait.
Yep. Great accessories. I mean,
yeah, that's a good.
Army of Darkness is hard to beat.
Figure. Yes, and I have the reactions, which I personally love those. Cool.
And then some of the worst packaging ever. Just you want a metal
canister?
cylinder. Yeah. I want to know who came up with this one.
Is that a cigarette lighter? Oh, it was a battery. Okay. Yeah, I don't. That's weird.
Cigarette lighter. What is it? Superman, which is the one where he becomes evil and fights himself in a junkyard. Is it Superman 3?
3.
Yeah. Classic.
It is classic. Take that over just about anything put out. These days, some other NECA stuff that we've seen before. Some aliens. Very cool.
NECA would be the best-selling individual toy line here.
Oh, it is NECA?
It is NECA. Outside of the anime stuff, which is, I kind of group a bunch of different companies together.
And is that kind of intimating at the fact that you get a lot of grown men collectors in here, or are you getting kids that come in and actually like this stuff?
Believe it or not, we have a bunch of kids who come in here with their dads, and their dads have introduced them to these sci-fi horror franchises like Predator, and they come in here and they pick out a Predator and they talk about it. It's actually really cool.
That must be really nice to see.
I love to see multi-generational stuff. Yeah. I mean, it makes me feel old because I'm like, I'm old enough to be your dad. I'm
gonna flip around here into the NECA Predator, which is directly across from the alien stuff we just saw.
So this is easily one of my favorite pieces they've put out in quite some time.
Yeah,
the repaint of the Rhino. This is up there with the Cobra. And the Scorpion, I think, is some of the best stuff they've done.
Yeah, that looks really good. Jungle Demon. Good to see some Predators that you don't always see in stores.
All they have to do now is make an actual decent Predator movie, and that would be pretty cool.
You didn't like AVP?
I mean, I liked it a lot more than the last Predator movie, which was an absolute abomination.
Yeah, we've talked about that a few times,
yeah,
I would say.
Classic Olivia Munn.
Some Warhammer, some Witcher.
Yeah, none of which sells great.
Samurai. How does this stuff do?
Complete hit or miss. Some people come in here and they absolutely love it and they buy everything.
Yeah.
And then it just sits around forever. Since we're only 40 minutes outside the city, we get a lot of guys from the city who come in who don't see this stuff all the time. And they'll come in and drop $800, $1,000 and just leave with shopping bags filled with stuff, and that's usually
sounds
where
like my kind of guy.
Stuff. Yeah, no half measures. No half measures. And this is all our gaming stuff over here, our tabletop gaming.
Tabletop time.
Yes, and
a lot of it.
I want to show you how to play X-Wing because you're going to love it.
Yeah, I do need to carve out some time for that. I really do.
But you have, so this is Fantasy Flight, puts out a bunch of different Star Wars, but basically 3. You have Armada, which is capital ship battles. And to give you an idea of the scale, so that's the Super Star Destroyer, and that's a regular size Star Destroyer.
Oh my God.
And that's a Corellian Corvette.
Awesome.
So you can see the scale on Armada.
This stuff is just...
X-Wing is dogfighting. So you can see this is the size of a TIE fighter, an X-Wing, and here's the Falcon. So you can kind of see the scale, where the Falcon in this is like the size of your pinky nail. And then you have Legion, which is, if you ever heard of Warhammer 40,000, it's the same thing. Tabletop game, unit to unit.
Faster pace?
Yes and no. I'd probably say the fastest pace is X-Wing.
Okay.
That's a dogfighting one. You can finish a game in that in like
I'm just thinking
a half hour.
40K, which is faster paced than Fantasy.
Well, they've changed the game so much. Fantasy doesn't even exist anymore, so...
Does it really not? No?
Yeah, it got replaced with a game called Age of Sigmar, which is actually faster
we've talked about that.
40K.
We've talked about that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done tabletop stuff like this in, at this point, decades. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices now. So, unfortunately, they're all really, really, really expensive and cannibalize the same audience. So I really only do Star Wars and Games Workshop, but there are a ton of options. It's just cost prohibitive for me to have here. They take up, as you can see, a ton of room.
I mean, look at what we're trying to see here to give you guys just a little bit of a perspective here on all of the tabletop stuff.
Yeah, to give you an idea, this is my most expensive wall in the place.
I mean, it's literally this entire. I'm going to back up without trying to break my neck and knock stuff over, but we were just all the way over there, and then if we look to see, we pan over. So once we hit the shelves, the cabinets.
It's truly crazy.
It's this entire wall of all tabletop stuff. You've got the paints right there.
Yep.
And it curls all the way around.
So then over here you have a couple indie things.
And this stuff used to be on that side of the room, which we'll get to shortly, but now it's over here, so.
Yeah, so that was more towards the registers, and this isn't really what you'd call an impulse buy. You're not like, hey, I'm going to drop a grand on a Warhammer army as an impulse buy.
Yeah.
So I moved it over to the side so it's more a destination, and you'll see the stuff that I put over there.
I love this little
Yeah, so this is D&D. This goes with all
cabinet.
this stuff. And you get some pre-painted miniatures if you want to play your D&D game. And we have a bucket of cheap ones for people to go through. And
Where's my beholder?
I love that stuff. We sold them all.
Oh, he's gone? It's gone?
Yep.
Wow.
I think we sold every beholder we had. We had 3 or 4 different ones.
Not surprising. These are great.
And endless amounts of dice if you need.
I do have Clouth coming from PCS.
Ah, there you go.
I'm very excited for that. This, honestly, even if I don't buy much of this stuff these days, this is still my favorite corner of this shop.
Well, you had a brief moment where you were really into miniature painting there for a while.
I'm still doing it.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't send me pictures anymore.
I know, because they look like, well, they don't look like crap, but they're just all like half done.
Oh, okay.
I'll start something, I get in the mood, and then I like, and I'm like, redo this, and I'm just like, not going to send you like a 1/8 completed, you know,
one of these days,
dwarven cleric.
One of these days I'll get you to sit down and play some games.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Yes, yes, yes.
So more paint and supplies for the miniatures, and then kind of a weird cube we got here.
MK.
And then
all day.
Mortal Kombat, which sells very well.
This is a good line.
Again, we
Overall,
were talking, McFarlane did a great job with this stuff. Some of the repaints, you know, you're like, questionable.
Like that.
Yeah. But other than that, it's a great line.
Where did these come from, by the way? What the heck? Don't show me this.
So this was out here. I'll spin it so you can see all of
this.
it. So we had a guy come in who had all of these loose. And
this had to have been, oh, look at that Dragon Sword.
And I made him an offer, and he liked the offer, and so we have all these loose Power Rangers.
That's so cool, and they look like they're in fantastic.
He took real good care of them.
Condition. You got, you know, decal up there peeling off, but whatever.
Yeah, for the most part, they're in real good condition.
Yeah,
we don't have boxes so much, but
Megazord. This is awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was really neat.
Looks great.
It's not something you see in every store.
No, not at all. Shuttles? Are you kidding me? This is...
Now, this is one of the holes in my knowledge, is I know nothing about Power Rangers, because I missed that whole thing as a kid.
Well, Power Rangers weren't cool when we were growing up.
Yeah.
It was like, you watch Power Rangers, why? Are you a loser?
Yeah.
Are you 4 years old? Because at
Desperation.
that time, it was like, we were both in, I mean, you were definitely in high school.
Yep.
I was heading into high school/high school when it was out and about. So it was definitely not something cool to watch. And, but over time, it's funny what time does to things. Still works.
It still works. They don't make toys like this anymore.
No, they don't.
They would explode if you tried that.
Vince, this is an awesome setup.
Yeah, I thought it was neat.
Got some My Hero stuff, some more Mortal Kombat. Very cool. Oh, well, this just caught my eye. I really like these Lord of the Rings figures.
They did a real solid job. Actually, we just got the exclusive one in with Frodo with the ring on, Invisible Frodo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the Build-A-Figure is Sauron,
Yep.
right? And then I need a cave troll.
I'm sure they're going to do one eventually.
That Gimli looks really good.
Yes.
We'll probably do.
I mean, we have a predilection for dwarves.
Yeah,
You know, we just think they're the coolest thing.
pecs in general.
Yeah.
And over here we've got
Speaking of
stuff
pecs.
we've seen this a lot on this channel.
Here, I'll give you some turns.
Oh yes,
Look at that.
turns.
Service with a smile. You get to see everything here.
Some Motu 2000X,
Whatever you didn't buy.
whatever I did not buy.
And then some Joe, which
Vintage Collection Joe's.
this is what I'm all about. I'm currently customizing this and painting this up to look like a desert.
I am so I don't like when it comes to these vehicles. I'm like, now that I'm going all in on Super 7, I'm hoping that they come out with vehicles. And if they don't, will I kick myself that I decided to let these go? I don't know, because they'll probably redo them anyway in a few years.
If Hasbro has the mold, you can bet that they'll redo
Yeah.
them until there is zero demand.
Repackage them and all
Yep.
that sort of good stuff. So I'm going to wait and hold out for Super 7. But got some movie Joes
I know that you love that movie.
classified. I'm trying to pirate it right now.
You and apparently everyone else, because I don't think anyone saw it. I know I didn't.
No.
I don't know how you screw up a G.I. Joe movie 3 times. It's pretty impressive, though.
Sad.
And then you may have a passing familiarity with this stuff.
Wow, what is this? Is this turtle stuff or Super Sam? I just don't really know.
Did you get
and
the Conan?
Thundercats and I did. I got Pit Fighter. I got Classic. And I'm just missing. Who am I missing?
One of the best scores of all time.
I'm missing something from that line that I'm gonna wind up having to overpay for. But yeah, I have those.
I know you
I have
walk
that
past,
guy.
but this is our comic book section.
Yes, I'm not trying to walk past
No,
this
no,
at
no.
all.
So comic books are an interesting part of the business. Very inconsistent. Warner Brothers and DC are an absolute hot mess right now. And Marvel.
I have that book in a 9.8. I love that book. That's a cool story too. I
Yes.
like that story.
Yep.
Warzone. Romita Jr. cover there.
Those are actually hand sketched. Because
Very
we
cool.
get some
Check
artists
those
to
out.
come in here now and again.
Very nice. That Venom looks good.
Yeah, I like everyone
Very,
but the
very cool.
Hulk. The Hulk, something's wrong with him. But the rest of them I like. Oh, Batman looks a little nervous. Batman looks like he
I don't
might
know
have
how I
left the
feel about that
stove
Spidey, and I don't know how I feel about that. I like that Venom though. I do like that Venom. It's cool to have that art though in here, original art.
on. Yeah. You know, again, trying to diversify, get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Got some modern stuff.
Yeah, so this is this week's releases. It is Wednesday, so it's comic book day. So
Come on down.
at noon, all the comic book guys will be running in to get their pull boxes and whatnot.
Showing you what's here on this Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Yes, it is.
And to be fair, the only book I'm currently reading is Iron Man.
Literally
Because they
the
went
only
back
one.
to the old. He's actually Tony Stark. He's not Robert Downey Jr.
I love Robert Downey Jr. We've had this conversation as well. I'm right there with you.
I love Robert Downey Jr., but I like Tony Stark.
Yeah, I love Robert Downey Jr. It's just, you know, what they decided to do with him.
Yeah. They made him so jokey, and Tony isn't all that jokey.
Yep.
He's certainly jokey, but not like Spider-Man.
Right.
And then actually we just finished these 3 cubes.
Legends. This looks great too, up top. Let's do a quick pan of this. It's a cool movie, Thanos. Bruce Willis portrait.
So Legends would be right underneath NECA as far as the best-selling line in the store.
That's not surprising at all. We've got some Villains Wave and some older stuff. See Black Tom down there. We've got Ultron.
And that Black Tom figure is awesome.
Yes. I think so too.
So is that Vulture. We've done this so many times.
So many times. Some older stuff. Older She-Hulk.
You know what? I can give you a little
Okay.
turn here.
That Red Hulk is cool.
Yes.
Very
and I know
nice.
you wanted it, so I still have it on hold for you, the entire Black Widow movie
Oh,
line.
thank you.
I know.
And Gamerverse cap.
Yeah, no, well, I thought you picked up that. Oh, so you want one for inbox and one opener.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, your fans are like, what?
That's so cool.
So selects, we're actually real light on selects. I need to reorder a bunch.
Selects and some
older Toy Biz.
Toy Biz Legends. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you still have a selection here, but that's one thing, no pun intended, but Marvel Selects is one thing when I would come in here, I would always look for it because you guys always had an excellent array of selection.
Selection of selection.
Selection of select. It's me selecting the selects from your selections.
Yeah, I like a lot of the select. Well, we talk about it. The bigger guys.
Yeah.
They do the bigger guys really.
Really, really well. And which scale with the smaller guys.
Yep.
Legends, perfectly. Speaking of which.
Like that Juggernaut is probably my favorite select.
Yeah. And I just like, so like you have Beast here, who's just, to me, out of scale.
Yes.
The anatomy is off. He's way too long. He's way too tall.
I think it's so you can have him do like crouching and he won't look too.
I've had that figure too, and I've done even with him crouch. I don't know. There's just something off about that figure to me. That Morbius is cool.
Yep, Morbius is great.
Some more Toy Biz.
Some more Toy Biz and some more of the Legends.
3 3/4 retro.
Yep.
Legends.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
I've only found this Grey Hulk once out in stores.
I think this is
Like
more
that.
your thing than mine.
That green gobby. Yeah. I have an affinity for like the smaller
I
figures.
mean, I think we did this side already.
We did. Yes, we did. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Got more cards over here.
Yep, so this is some of the more side games, as I call them. Flesh and Blood, Digimon. Actually, Digimon is one of our best-selling games.
That is super popular, right?
Yeah, tremendously popular.
Awesome. Does this thing rotate?
Yep.
Oh man, can we get some character designs like this for figures and statues, please? Can we rip off D&D, please? Can D&D give someone their
That's right,
license?
give someone the license.
And I get like the hesitation there, but like, please.
What do you lose by trying, you know? Print to order. So this is kind of the higher end stuff.
This is what
kind
I'm
of our
talking
flashy showcase. And what's more flashy than a giant 2.5 foot gold gauntlet? Be tough to beat that.
Very nice. We got some DC over here. Don't
Yes.
want to ignore that. Some of these are good figures. Some of these are nice figures.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have to laugh at the difference between McFarlane and DC Direct's handling of things.
Yeah, I like this Joker.
Sorry if you guys hear a little bit of background noise. My staff will be coming in shortly.
I've seen this guy in Walgreens.
So apparently all the stuff that DC had solicited for the past 2 years before they left Diamond and went to Lunar and then all that nonsense is actually coming out. McFarlane got the rights to all of it. So McFarlane's going to be putting out the black and white statues, all that stuff.
I like that.
So, yes, because he can competently do it while DC could not.
Yes. Got a wrestling display over here. I love this 2-pack. This could be the best Bill Goldberg out there.
They need to make a gimmick so that you could squeeze his chest and smoke comes out of his mouth after his pyrotechnics.
Got some new SummerSlam Elites.
Pre-nose job Triple H.
Steve Austin. Yeah. That's the one you want.
Yeah. With the real beak. Oh, maybe you can explain this. So we couldn't figure this out. Why is he called Sid Justice instead of Sid Vicious?
Because he was at one point, one of his aliases was Sid Justice.
When? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, he was, and then he was also just Sid, I think at one point.
Psycho Sid.
Psycho Sid, Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, I believe he was a face.
Really?
Sid Vicious heel, and then heel face sort of deal, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
I just remember him jumping off the top rope, but his leg exploding.
I used to love Sid. He used to scare the crap out of me, that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely
He's a monster
seems like
of a
an
man.
intense man.
Yes.
Not someone you want to aggravate.
No. A Basicville over here.
Yeah, again, it's you want to have some figures for kids and
That's an awesome
girls
2-pack.
with the superstars.
Yeah. Hardy and Triple H. That Mr. T. That's awesome. The WW ruins it though. No F.
No F.
And over here, got some AEW.
Piper's the best.
Yeah, he is. He was.
Yeah.
Got a belt that definitely no one cares for right now.
No, definitely not.
Got some Transformers.
Yes.
Over here.
Which is one of our most inconsistent lines.
Really?
Some weeks we sell the absolute bejesus out of it, and then some weeks no one cares at all. It is a very strange line. There's a reason for the gap. We're putting in another shelf, so that's why it's so weird.
More stuff. Got some plush over here.
A lot of plush, and plush does very, very strong seller for us.
I bet. I bought a Pokemon plush here like 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Long before me.
Meowth.
Meowth.
Yeah.
And this is World of Nintendo. A bunch of World of Nintendo, some Beyblades.
Yep, we can keep spinning on that.
Yeah. World's Smallest, which is actually a pretty fun line.
These are neat. Richard Simmons. Very cool. You got some Joes here. Speaking of Joe.
Yep.
My buddy Joe and his bust. Dr. Doom.
I think I have to own a large chunk of his collection.
This is,
point.
I mean,
I love it.
It's frightening. Like, I don't know. Closed door, closed lights. That thing staring at you. I don't know.
Well, that was when we had the life-size Deadpool before we put it in the front window.
Yeah, yeah.
We had it over there, and it would scare all of us when we opened in the morning because the lights are all off, and you turn and there's just something there. And no matter how many times you did it, every time you'd be like, "Gotta get it."
Yeah, it's weird. Like I'm not good with like inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Big statues like that. I don't know. Just get weirded out. That's why I don't do well. Like I would rather, not to go off on a tangent here, but it's just like when it comes to like haunted houses and stuff. Going to like Playland, those dark Old Mill, Haunted Mansion, Flying Witch, whatever it's called now, Flying Witch. It was Haunted Mansion back in the 90s.
Yep.
That stuff where you just have the robotic dummies jumping out at you, that stuff freaks me out than people chasing me and grabbing me.
Yeah.
I think just because it leaves more to the imagination, you think something else could, I don't know.
The creepiest
even to this day, and maybe I just have way too big of an imagination, or maybe I'm just a pansy, but like that stuff still just kind of gets
You ever
me.
been to Madame Tussauds?
No. What is that?
That's the wax figures of all the stuff.
No.
Oh, you should do one of those.
I should do
That's
one of those.
Nightmare Fuel.
Got some, speaking of Nightmare Fuel, some Pops.
Pops, you gotta have them.
Oh yeah.
They sell consistently.
You've always had a solid selection of pops here over the years.
And it's not like they. It's not like.
I love sodas. Are you ever going to get Funko sodas into the store?
The last one I tried ordering, I ordered 3 minutes after it was solicited, and they said I was too slow and gave me none. So I don't know how you're supposed to get them direct, but certainly not ordering them. Maybe stealing them, breaking in, getting blackmail on some higher ups there. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to get them.
These look great up here.
Yeah, having them out of the package.
Those look really good.
They pop a little.
Yeah.
Get it?
I
mystery
like
stuff
Vamos.
does great.
Yeah.
This is our anime wall, which we're in the process of redoing, so please excuse its kind of half-done state.
This All Might is awesome.
Yes. And this Midoriya is awesome. There's a bunch of great figures. Depending what your line is, they have a bunch of great stuff. Van Presto, in my opinion, is the best value in the business.
Yeah, Van Presto is great.
You know, we put out the regular size Van Presto for $21.99 upon release. And you get a nice 6 to 8 inch PVC statue for that price. It's hard to beat.
SH Figure Art's also nice.
Yeah, I mean, they look great displayed, as you saw in Museum Village back there.
Yep.
But you're paying for all those little special effects.
Yeah, yeah. They do look very good. I like SH Figure Arts. Actually, don't own any.
Really, none?
No.
Huh. I find that surprising.
Yeah, no.
This is our higher end comic and graded showcase, along with some busts.
Very nice. Look at that foil error there.
Yeah.
Never seen that. Never will again, most likely. Giant size X-Men 170.
We have the highest
very nice.
grade, period, on Earth.
Is there anything on the census?
Yeah, there's just 3. There's a 9.8, a 9.2, and like an 8.7. And we have the 9.8.
Awesome.
And then we have this, we just got this McFarlane that came signed for the King Spawn release.
King Spawn looks fantastic. Very nice. Legendary scale Red Skull bust.
Which I also think is Joe.
Yeah, it is Joe.
And then this is over to our office, which we have some art, but we sold most of it, so we need to redo it again.
And look at this, the King. Do you want to tell everybody how this came about? I mean, I still can't believe this.
When I first came back to the store about 1.5 years ago, there was just all this junk in the back piled up, and I started going through this, and that was in there, along with 4 pieces of original art for the Marvel Universe cards. And someone I know bought 2 of those.
Yeah, I might have. Someone did. Yeah. I just...
And then found me a seller for the remaining one.
Yep. Sketch Archive. And, yeah, I mean, oh man, what are you doing with that Batman symbol? Does that thing still light up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
if you want it,
that might be a man cave special.
Yeah, we were gonna put
that's
it
man
up.
Cave decor.
We were trying to figure out where to put it
in my house.
This is excuse this office. It's a huge mess right now. We're in the midst of cleaning, but it definitely works. As I knock over caps. So Cap versus Batman. Apparently, Batman wins. Oh my gosh.
Some finals over there.
Let me get this thing out of here.
I followed you in here literally for no reason.
This is the nuts and bolts of it. You can see how the sausage is made here. It's a little dusty because it's been around for a while. This is, again, something that was just sitting in the back.
Ooh.
So I have no idea how old this thing is. I know it works, though.
Wall mount this thing and call it a day. It's awesome.
Oh, there we go. That's easy. Yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
See, that's how it works, people.
Awesome. That was not scripted.
No.
None of this is, but yeah. So I mean, we're kind of coming up to.
Yeah. So this is the Impulse Little Buys. We're redoing all the stuff in here, so excuse that.
Yeah.
And then you have more single cards over here. You have Yu-Gi-Oh,
cards. Yeah.
Pokemon, and Magic. So the #1 seller in the store is Magic the Gathering. And then 2, 3, 4 rotate. It's either Pokemon, sports, or toys. Depending on how they perform that week is who's the winner.
Depending on if I come in or not.
Depending if you come in, or depending if a couple of our sports guys come in and drop ridiculous amounts of money.
Very cool. Big time selection here too, man. It
Yes,
always.
And
this card, I mean, this
so much
display
more in the
always
back.
looks good. It's always filled up. It always has stuff.
thank you. Yeah, we have, you know,
Got some stuff behind.
what
the
makes this
counter
place
here.
work is the staff. It's not me. I just
You do. You have a great bunch of people.
I
that
get
work
to
here.
talk, but
They're all high quality guys
great
and
guys,
gals.
real smart, young.
Yeah.
They know their stuff.
They do.
And the store would not be what it is without them, 100%.
No, you have some very good, very gregarious,
Yeah.
intelligent folks here,
And
professional.
They like it. They talk about it. Again, it's the experience. You come in here. You don't come in here just to buy something. You come in here to talk to someone who has an equal passion
yeah,
with you.
yeah. That's
who
what
knows
it's.
stuff
That's what
and-
it's
and
about.
share.
I say this to people all the time that, you know, this hobby is nothing if you can't share it with friends and other people.
Yep.
It's not like, who wants to just
Have
sit in a room
stuff
by
in their
yourself
house.
and
Yeah, with
yeah.
a bunch of plastic.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And if
So
you come on down, you get a whole bunch of merch.
look at
Free
this.
merch.
Look at this, stickers and all. Magnets.
You got keychains, pins, you name it.
Where's the? You guys used to have the sweatshirts up there
We are
before the
getting-
remodel.
We
Where are the sweatshirts?
We sold them all. We have to get new
Where
ones.
are the sweat? Oh, okay.
So we're actually redoing them with our new logo, and
I'll take a hoodie for sure.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know if did we make muscle hoodie.
Quadruple XL.
Like, get whoever
Magic.
left their stuff on the counter. Let's get this out of the way.
Oh,
so
that's
you can see all
that's just messy. Where's that? That's just whose is that? That's messy.
So yeah, if you're into Magic, we have a gigantic selection going back to the very beginning when I started back in 1995.
Was it four?
Magic started in 94. I started in 95.
Okay.
so-
I actually started in 7th grade, which was 94. When I remember when the starter decks came out.
Yeah, the first product I ever bought for Magic was an unlimited starter and 2 packs of Arabian Nights.
Wow.
And I was very annoyed at how expensive they were because I think I spent $20.
I remember going to Dragon's Den
I went,
on Central Avenue in Yonkers, which was my favorite place. They also had one in Cross County for
I
the
went to
local
Paperback
folks.
Exchange.
What is that?
That was by the Nanuet Mall. Behind the Nanuet Mall was a comic book store called Paperback Exchange. Before I knew about Toy Wiz, and wasn't called Toy Wiz back then. It was called Wizard of Cards and Comics.
Oh, we have talked about that.
And
haven't
Paperback
spent-
Exchange. The owner was Jack. He's a very business-oriented man, and yeah, he sold me my first Magic stuff, and I could not figure out how to play it, and it sat in a drawer for I think about 8 months before I met another person who knew how to play, and then we started playing.
I had a black and red deck that I used to play with.
I had white and green, and out of my unlimited starter, I pulled a Mox Ruby, and I thought it was
Ooh.
really bad because it was a land that could be shattered. Because when I was young, I was also very stupid. So, and I remember trading it for something stupid like a personal incarnation.
I wound up playing for a few years, and then after a while, like most things, just wound up collecting it, and had the appreciation for it. At that time too, I was also playing Dragon Strike. I was playing
Dragon Strike.
Heroes Quest.
Yeah.
I was playing AD&D.
Yep. That's the stuff I
So
gravitated
like
towards.
I was just like I kind of after a while it just like the natural progression with Magic for me was just to collect them. Put my sleeve up my Nightmare, sleeve up my Siobhan Dragon, that sort of stuff.
You know, I played a lot up until I started working. Then I couldn't play in the tournaments anymore. So that kind of ended my play for Magic. So I didn't get to play for very long, but when I did, I was very into it. And then now it's many, many moons later.
Yes, it is.
And I think we've actually done the whole storefront.
I think that's it. I mean,
The middle room's a mess, but the middle room is the game room.
The
so
game
if you ever
room.
come down here, we do a lot of tournaments and stuff, and that's a little bigger than this room.
have that arcade, which I'm definitely going to be purchasing one and customizing off Etsy. Thank you very much for that
Yes.
reference. We'll show that another time. I know we mentioned in the beginning of this video we're going to take a look at that, but the back room is the back room. But yes, you have all of your tabletop stuff and gaming back there, which is beyond the wall.
Yeah, and then beyond that wall is our warehouse. And then that way is my office where all the guys who do the nuts and bolts that make this place work sit down and actually work.
Back end stuff.
Yeah, all the thrilling stuff of data entry.
Oh, yeah.
You know, taking pictures of all the stuff that we buy.
That's always fun. But
thrilling.
This is, I mean, take a look at all of this. It's just, this is what we just walked through, crawled through, can't even see around the corner there, but there is a boatload of really, really cool stuff. I love that Thanos sideshow.
Yes,
art
I
print.
actually made like that more than the statue. They came, which is funny because I really, really like that statue.
Perfect pair. But yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of stuff here, guys. So and this has been a long time coming to do this. I think honestly, this has been the perfect time to, oh no.
If you ever need a pound of gummy breakfast, we've got that.
Oh God, it's just disgusting. Every time I look, I can't.
Someone bought one.
There's one thing in this store that I would never buy from you. It is that and the Wonder Woman,
yes,
incredibly, terribly designed and engineered Wonder Woman statue.
Yeah, I gotta get another one of those in here just so we can highlight it.
It just does not do. Not only does it not do Wonder Woman justice, it's just it's a mockery.
Yes.
It
was terrible.
It was terrible is the only real
For you guys
word.
who don't know, we got in a statue. I can't even remember which company sold it. I think it was Factory Entertainment. But we would walk around and we'd talk about things, and we just both hated this statue. And we just ripped it apart. It's cheesy looking marble. Like, everything about it was terrible, terrible, terrible. The sword was this flimsy plastic. And we just ripped it apart for like 5 minutes. And then, like 2 days later, it sold, and I wound up calling Ron and be like, "You'll never guess what sold."
I honestly was shocked.
No,
it was displayed over in that corner where all the tabletop and D&D stuff
D&D
is.
used to be. That's where all the gallery and everything used to be before they were on these cubes.
Which I really like.
Thank you.
But yeah, no,
we're always changing things, always refining things.
Yeah.
Because there's always new stuff coming out, and you want to highlight things and different things, and try to get attention to different stuff. You never want the store to be boring.
No, and it never is. Anytime I come in here, everything always looks great. Everything is always changing. I never really know what I'm walking into, which is always fun. And I mean, this store tour is something we do just about weekly.
Yeah.
This time I've just been holding up my arm for the entire time doing it, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of can't wait to
end it?
to hit the stop button on this, but not for any other reason than that.
Bench presses, man.
Yeah, I'm always fatigued. That's the problem. I need time off. But John, thank you so much.
Of course.
For this. This was excellent.
I appreciate it, and I read all the comments on your videos.
Yep.
And I watch all those videos, and for all the people who gave support, thanks a ton. It really means a lot. And if you guys have any questions about the store, how it's run, or anything, leave them in the comments under here, and we'll go over them, and we could do a follow-up.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do a follow-up in another 6 months or so, maybe, or whenever you guys want to see more or see this again. I will have all of the Toy Wiz information in the description of this video below, so go check them out online. Come into the store if you're local, for sure. Come into the store.
Yes.
There's the rhyming again. And check these guys out. It's for me, it's one of the best experiences around, if not the best for me personally, coming in here and chatting with my buddy, chatting with the staff here, and inevitably going home with something that I'm looking for. And if you have any questions about anything, inventory, prices for that inventory, whatever the case may be, ask.
Yeah.
Ask. Whether you can come to an agreement on something or not, just ask. At least you'll get an explanation as to why something has the price tag that it does, and don't just assume that's anywhere with anything.
Yeah.
But just if you have questions, feel free to ask. Everyone here is very friendly, very knowledgeable, and they'll help.
It's not just me. Support every local gaming store, hobby store.
Yeah.
You as customers are essential to keep it going.
Coming to places like Undiscovered Realm.
Yep.
I mean, like, all great guys.
Yep.
I mean, like,
All
you guys,
people.
those guys, just we're very lucky to have this store, very lucky to have that store, and things just continue to get better and better. And I'm happy to do this. It's kind of surreal being able to do this with you. This has been awesome.
Have a blast when you come here.
Thank you very much to you and all of ToyWiz for letting me in and spending some time with you doing this. So thank you.
All right, well, guys, I hope you appreciated that. And if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.
My arm is sore. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for this one. This video has been a long time coming. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you again to John and the good folks over at ToyWiz for once again opening up their doors prior to business hours, spending time with us to crawl through their store and to have some fun. I am going to put all of the ToyWiz information in the description of this video below. Be sure to go check them out. I did also pick up a little Dunkin' Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew. Go check this out as well. This is awesome. I know it's not Donut Delight. I'm not cheating on them. This is just also really good. So we've got that. The awesome pickups, unexpected pickups. Shout out to the Airmont Assassin Andy for the lead on TMNT. I didn't expect to see that Motu stuff there either. But we have some really epic pickups from the Walmart toy hunt that was a warm-up to the tour, see, I was about to say the tour store, the store tour. What is wrong with me? The store tour, a nice little warm-up to the store tour at ToyWiz. But I'm going to show you all that stuff in a monster haul video, which should be out by the very end of this week or first thing next week. So I'll show you what I picked up from this hunt. I will show you some of the mail calls that I have here and also coming in within the next few days, as well as the stuff that I brought home from ToyWiz that I ordered through John and through the store. So I will show you all of that in a haul video that is coming very, very soon. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will check you on the next video. Peace.